is GastonG, and in this video I will be going over my thought process behind this Town 9 base. So this is a base I built for the Town 9 division in the Mythical War League, or so-called MWL. The MWL has one of the hardest sets of rules, banning offensive clan castle, saps and witches, as well as only being in one-hit wars. My idea behind this base was to make it into a bait base. Since saps are banned, I can clump up value and create a lucrative attacking spot. I placed the heroes, clan castle, one expo, a wizard tower, an air defense and 2 archer tower, so everything is reachable from the expo compartment at 7:30 o'clock. The attacker has 3 ways of getting this value: a Sui, a kill squad, or a queen charge. But a Sui won't work, because the DPS is too heavy, so heroes won't make it far enough. A kill squad won't work either, because the lava hound in the defensive clan castle will stall the queen, and a kill squad won't make it too far, because they will get stalled by all the storages, while the Teslas and other unreachable defenses will keep firing. It will also be hard to get a golem to tank for troops, because it will get pulled away by mortar, and every small bomb is over there, so it will be hard to break in. Lastly, and probably the best option for the attacker, is to try to use a queen charge. He could get great value from rages, so I placed every SAM or seeking air mine over there, and this will cause the attacker to lose a few healers, which combined with the heavy DPS and stall from the defensive lava hound will cause the enemy queen to go down. But if your opponent starts their queen walk from 9 o'clock, hoping to get rid of my queen and get rid of some DPS before breaking into the expo comp, he will get an unpleasant surprise, because the skellies, they will pop and they will tank the enemy queen, and at the same time the defensive lava hound will come out and stall the enemy queen while your queen is firing on her, and your queen combined with the Teslas that will pop will force the enemy queen to use her ability, probably waste a few spells and eventually go down. Last part of the bait is the town hall, which is on the opposite side of the base, making it a possibility to do a 1-star. To finish off, I would like to talk a bit about the base's weaknesses, and since all the seeking air mines are on the outside of the base, combined with a lava hound clan castle, Sui Lalo is quite easy to do on this base. But Sui Lalo is extremely unlikely to happen, because the opponent doesn't know that the SAMs are on the outside of the base, and the air defenses are separated from the wizard towers and the archer towers. And plus it's very hard to Sui the queen. I have used this base in around 8 league matches, and it's still undefeated with some attacks even 1-starring. Here we're going to take a look at 2 different replays that would highlight the parts of the bait in full action.
That's where I'm going to be taking over Clash Royale style here. Just going to be doing a little bit of commentary here on these attacks, looking more specifically at what Gaston was talking about. He's designed a really nice base here, and these defenses are pretty epic. Like he said, he's been running this base in the MWL League, which does have some really tough restrictions. So some of these attacks might not be your typical kind of Town Hall 9 attacks. They're very kind of individual, but you'll see Dr. Hippo is going to be this first attack, and we're going to be queen charging into this 9 o'clock compartment, and instantly we're already coming across some serious issues. We encounter that Tesla farm on the left hand side. We are pushing directly into the enemy queen. We of course have the expo, the archer towers in there, and they're just causing so many issues that even with a rage down on that queen and her ability going off, it's still not enough to protect her. So Dr. Hippo loses their queen right at the start of this attack, and as an attacker, losing your queen after only grabbing not even 10% of the base is very tough indeed. So Dr. Hippo now has a really big uphill battle. Of course, going to be coming in here with a little bit of a go wipe. Definitely a really strong strategy at Town Hall 9. It's a little bit out of the meta right now, but with these limited troops and stuff that we are seeing in these MWL wars, definitely a really strong option. But you can see pushing now in from the 12 o'clock compartment, using that king up towards the 1 o'clock section, just trying to use him to create that funnel, push our troops all the way through into the core of the base. Dr. Hippo getting a little bit lucky here. At least we have those transfer of the healers from the queen over onto the golems and the P.E.K.K.A.s, but sadly looking through into the core of the base, we don't really have too much left up. Everything is getting smashed by the double Expo and by the king and queen. So queen charges against this base, especially if you come in between that kind of 9 and 10 o'clock section, are going to just be so incredibly difficult. With that Tesla farm popping up there, the enemy queen in there as well, alongside of course that Expo, the queen just takes far too much damage. Even with 5 healers, if that's the decision that the attacker decides to go down, it's going to be really difficult with a rage to keep her alive. We're seeing most attackers though at Town Hall 9 choosing to use 4 healers, because obviously you have a lot less troop housing space, but a very nice defense there for the first one. A 60% 1-star holding for Edvard, which is of course one of GastonG's accounts. So we're now going to be coming in with a slightly different variation on this queen charge, pushing in with that queen charge into this 6 o'clock section. Gets a little bit lucky there, does manage to catch one of the Seeking Air Mines with a balloon really early on. But again, this bottom left hand side of the base, super laid with defenses, and queen charging straight into it is going to be really tough. That Expo locking onto the queen so early, always going to be difficult, so we probably will need to rage. There we go, double bomb going to be going up there as well. And that is exactly what GastonG was talking about. He's got those bombs in there, so this guy wastes a couple of wall breaks. He also had those skeleton traps in there as well, if you guys caught them, which is going to stop that queen even longer. And then on top of that, we have this lava hound coming out, which is perfect because it's going to keep that queen holding right there for quite a long time. More skeleton traps going to be popping up right there. Attacker going to be dropping down another rage spell, but the queen is taking so much damage. She is really starting to struggle, and she's probably going to have to go to ability right there, and she does. So never ideal to lose your queen ability this early on in the attack, but at least this attacker still has his queen alive, unlike that of the previous one. So nice early jump spell, giving the attacker lots of value through into the core of the base. But again, look at that Tesla farm doing work. Those P.E.K.K.A.s got absolutely shredded. I think it was 3 P.E.K.K.A.s coming through into this attack, and we only have 1 left, which is about to go down in the core of the base. The king going to be doing a little bit of work over there on that left hand side with the wizard, but you'll see how much value these defenses on the left hand side get as you're defending. This is honestly one of the best Town Hall 9 bases I've seen in such a long time. It's very rare you can defend at Town Hall 9 against queen charges, but this base does exactly that. It completely baits, like Gaston was saying at the start of this video, that entire left hand side of the base for queen charges, for Suis, because there's so much value that players think they can get, but in fact they just cannot. There is so baited, especially with that Lava Hound CC coming out, going to stall everything up, that as they push through to the back end where they might think it's going to be easy pickings for hogs or a Lalo, something like that, there's just no value at the start, so it completely gets crushed at the end of this attack. You'll see Shiv from Town Hall 9 Legacy trying to push his queen through, is going to be able to pick up that Town Hall here at the end of this attack, so just manages to clutch up that second star. It's going to be a 70%, might push up slightly higher than 72% 2-star, the final outcome, nearly a 1-star. But I have to say, GastonG has built one of the best bases at Town Hall 9 I've seen in a long time. Make sure you guys show a little bit of love and support for him down in the comments. If you guys do decide to download and run this base yourselves, make sure you let us know in the comments as well how you guys are getting on. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button, like the video as well. We really do hope you guys are enjoying all these uploads we have got. We've got so much coming on the YouTube. We have some really big plans and some very exciting news to share with you guys relatively soon, but we do appreciate you, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.